Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Hilary and today I will be reading The Book Eaters. So as I said before, I am reading The Book Eaters by Sunyi and I'm already actually about 60 pages in. I'm gonna take this away because it's so much easier to hold this and I usually don't read hardbacks with their cover on. And it looks so pretty also. This is the broken binding version of this book with the smoky edges. So what is this a book about? As you could figure, it is about beings that eat books. So basically we have a community where some of the characters eat books instead of actual food. And the books that they eat influence a little bit about their personalities and it influences them how they develop. However, there are also special kind of people in their community who eat minds, and it's the different kind of minds affect them. And those people, they have a medicine that is produced by one of the community families that makes them more pliable. They don't crave people's brains every day, and they can eat books instead. However, that family had some trouble and medicine isn't there anymore. So our main character, honestly I can't remember her name, decides to find the rest of those family members and get the medicine because her son is a mind eater. We do have actually two timelines. One is from the nowadays and another one is from the past, from her childhood, and it gives us a more understanding how the whole community and everything else is built upon and how it is affected her whole life, because we get that it's very patriarchal family. So very basically females are there to produce other book eaters and that's about it. However, she doesn't want that future for herself, and also she also needs to help her son out. So there is the mother and son relationship. There's also feminism, and where you have to follow what others say and you're trying to escape that. At first I was very excited. We did get a couple of descriptions of books, how they taste. However, I'm hoping there would be more and a little bit more detailed, flavorful descriptions of that. We did also get mentions of dragons. However, they're not actually dragons. That's sadness. But just people who are called dragons. I'm really sorry, my cats have finally woken up and are a little bit active. And also there is some disturbing gore scenes, but also rape, and I'm pretty sure there should be abuse also. What I really liked was that in Goodreads, the first comment is pinned by the author because it's the author comment and there is a link, and she has shown their pictures that inspired this story, the locations, and I accidentally found it and it got me so much into this mood. So right now I'm really enjoying this. There were a couple of quotes that I would have really liked to mark or highlight. However, I don't want to write in this book, it's too pretty. So we're just keeping it. So what I want to say is that I'm really enjoying it, and I'll come back when I have gotten, I think, hopefully halfway through the book. It's not too long book, it's a little bit under 300 pages. So yes, I'll see you at some point. So sorry for this mess. I just filmed a video of me books I knew about and that I should do a reading vlog, so I'm just putting these books back. But what I wanted to talk about was The Book Eaters. I am right now 189 pages in out of a little bit under 300, and it is composed of 5 parts in this book, and I am starting the 4th one. Yes. And honestly, I am so much loving this. So what I can tell you is that it wasn't quite what I expected, although the synopsis doesn't actually tell you what the book is about, except mentioning about what will you do to save your child. and that is very big theme in the book. However, it's much more action-packed and a little bit more outmaneuvering another person, but also about patriarchal society and females trying to survive in there. So there was one quote in the book: behave, be good, toe the line, follow the rules, and the patriarch would be good to you. So this is like the brainwash that males in the family do to the females. There's not a lot of females. Females are to be protected, and basically they have no rights over what they can do, and basically they have to just produce offsprings. So I'm really loving it. What I can tell you also is there is another content warning besides the gore and blood and violence and still rape, is also separation from a child, and if it's a sensitive subject for you, it will go very into depth because the main character is separated from a child and she lives that through quite truly. We can see her emotions, and honestly I am feeling all sorts of things for her. I can feel her struggles, and I am loving this. And also it has quite fast pace, and we got a couple of scenes that had quite a lot of gore in it, and it was very well described. So still my own problem is it's long on occasions they eat a book. I want more descriptions of that. Otherwise everything else is really, really nice. Oh, this one in from here, right? So I did tab some scenes. I really didn't want to tab, but I put some washi tape here just so I could talk about them. One was again about what the patriarchs are doing with the females, and our main character Devon says, yes, I was really happy. I had freedom, or I thought I did. Maybe it would be better to say I truly enjoyed doing the things I was allowed to do. I know everything was twisted and perverse by the end, but I still wish I could give a person some of that joy. So as you can see, she didn't have a bad life per se, but also if she's thinking about it back, it's not good. There is also a mention about infertility because of book eaters. All the females only can get, I think, pregnant twice or 3 times, and some of them have infertility problems. And I really loved how Devon at first wanted to say how lucky you are that you didn't have to like marry the dudes and get raped and all of that. However, if she thought about that before opening her mouth, well, she did think about that. She understands, and going through that, maybe that is not the best thing to say because she knows nothing about her, and I think that should be applied so much in today's world also. We also get to see the brother's point of view, and we honestly see how fucking twisted he is. So most of the characters in these books are morally quite grey or black or dark grey, and honestly I am just loving the vibes of this book. So I'll be back when I finish the book. Hopefully I can sneak in a little bit of reading today. I have quite a hectic workday, long days. We have some people coming over for 3 days in our workplace, so I have to deal with those also, which means that I don't know how much time I have for all of that and anything else. But hopefully I can finish this and then finally start with my September TBR. So I finished this book and I absolutely loved it. So was the ending really, really surprising? Probably not. But I think quite like 1/3 into the book, there was really good twist, and it affected the whole book, and I quite enjoyed that. And while I didn't get the descriptions about the books as in beautiful writing and as much as I wished, things I did discover in this book, like the child and mother's relationship, about females and going against the grain, not listening what is ingrained into you, but finding your own way. But also the relationships between friends, and it all was absolutely beautiful. So if I really, really wanted to annotate it, it had such a good lines written, and it's definitely, I think, one of my favorite books of the year. I'm thinking about buying a regular edition. I know I'm getting a Illumigrate one also, but there's so many good lines that I want to highlight and make my comments on it. I have a little cat here who is disturbing me a little bit. What I also wanted to mention before was that it is a little bit sci-fi fantasy, and I would be honestly really interested in getting back to this world, especially to figure out the sci-fi aspects. It was very slight references to something that has origin in sci-fi. I don't want to spoil it, but also the ending gave us a possibility of another book in here, and honestly I would pick that up without any hesitation. I'm so interested in seeing the characters again, but also there's references to other book eaters in other countries, and I would be really intrigued and he's back, intrigued to see how are they doing as a society and to get to know their stories. But I'll give it back to Past Hillary and end my interruption here. What I have noted down is that the relationships and all the stories, the story itself is such a beautiful, moving, but also disturbing and dark, and I absolutely love it for those reasons. As I said before, it's very beautifully written, not very lyrical, but still a very good points that it does. And why is my cat drooling all over my hand? But I think I'm about to start because I think he's starting to drool all over himself and me. But I definitely recommend for you to pick up The Book Eaters by Sunyi. I absolutely loved it, and I'm pretty sure I want to reread it next year for the fall season also. Absolutely masterful book. But this is about it, so I'll see you soon in another video. I do hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. Thank you for watching, and bye!